Hi, Alison here from Silicon Bullet. You can find me at blog.siliconbullet.com, and today I am going to talk about control accounts. It's a bookkeeping term that just means something quite simple. So you might use a payment service where somebody else collects the money on your behalf from all your customers, and then instead of every individual invoice payment coming into your bank account, you get one lump sum that covers all the payments for that day. So I am talking about things like Stripe, Go Cardless, Merchant Services, AIB, there's Square, there's loads. Now, the way this should be set up to work in your account to make reconciling your main bank account much easier and not a headache is first create a control account. Now, if you are adding Stripe or Xero or Go Cardless to Xero and using the integration tools, the software or the system will do this for you. If you are not using something that integrates fully into Xero, it might be something that you need to manually add yourself. So another bank account will be added. If it's Go Cardless, I believe they call it direct debit. It might be called Stripe, it might be called Square, and it will appear in your bank accounts area of Xero. Then when a customer pays you and they've paid you by that method, either the system will import for you an invoice and mark it as paid to that control account, or you might have to be doing it more manually yourself. But most of the systems these days do feed in correctly. So an invoice will be raised, and the invoice account code will go to whatever sales you want it to go to, and then it will be marked as paid to the control account. Then maybe monthly or daily, it depends on how the system works, you might get some charges involved. And with the fully integrated system, it will put a bill in your system for the charges, and it will mark that bill as paid to the control account. So, very simple example, you might have raised an invoice for 20 quid, and you'll see coming into your control account £20. The fees might be 50p, so you will see on the other side a payment going out for 50p, which basically means £19.50 of that money is yours. You will then see that £19.50, or the sum of all the sales for the day, they will then appear as a bank transfer in your bank account. It depends what system you're using, whether it's the next day, 3 or 4 days later, or the following week. Sometimes that part is not put into the account imported. Sometimes that's the part that you have to do yourself. And you can do that very easily from your main bank account, from your bank feed. When you see the receipt coming in, on the right-hand box, click Transfer, and make sure you choose the correct control account to enter that payment through. In some systems, that part is put through automatically as well. So just have a look at your system to see what happens. If the system is entering that transfer for you, all that means is when you go to your main bank account to do your reconciliation, you do find and match, you should find a transfer in there to the control account that you can just tick the little box, say OK, and match those things up. So, the problems that I've found with this with clients is that the systems are sometimes a little bit clunky, and maybe if you've not set up the external service provider correctly in the accounts to tell them to feed to the right accounts, you might find that there are transactions missing, or that stuff has gone wrong or even duplicated as well. So what I recommend that you do is regularly go into the account transactions page of your control account and have a look at what the balance is. Now, you might always find that if you've got a bit of a gap between transactions, you'll find the balance will go back to zero. because you'll receive the money from your customer, you'll pay the fees, and the transfer will be made to your main bank account, and the balance will always go back to zero once all the transactions have been correctly put in. And I will then use the manual mark as reconciled button on those transactions so that I know I've looked, I've checked, and I'm happy that that's what I want to see in my accounts. You switch on and off the mark as reconcile button with a little button. If you click on the question mark at the top right in Xero, you will be able to toggle on and off the enable mark as reconciled. I'll normally switch that on as a user so that I can keep an eye and check on the accounts. That way, that's my sign that I've checked my control account up to that date. If you've got a very busy account where you're always taking payments in, you might need to look at the end of a particular day to say, well, at this point, Square or Stripe have actually taken in the money for another £1,000 worth of invoices, and I haven't had the transfers for them yet. And that way you know that that's what the balance should show at Xero at that date, and you will be getting those transfers coming in the next few days. It's an account that is often left and not looked at, and can, if allowed to go out of control, cause huge messes in your accounting system. So that's a quick review of what a control account is and how you should still check it. If that's really confusing to you and you'd just like a session with me to go through it on your account, check it set up correctly and show you what I mean, I can arrange a Zoom session with you, remote control, look at your accounts with you and help you get it all sorted. So that's Alison Mead at Silicon Bullet. Find me at blog.siliconbullet.com. If you're new to bookkeeping, go to Bookkeeping Basics Podcast. Please do subscribe to this video. If there's other things you're getting stuck at in Sage 50 or Xero software, then please leave a comment and I can maybe do another video or a blog post for you, or just give me a ring and see if I can help you. So that's Alison on her dog walk with Daisy, signing off. Good luck with your bookkeeping. Speak to you soon. Bye.